Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bros and Shows. I am your host, Josiah, aka Mauler67, and with me, as always, I got my buddy, I got my pal, I got my brother Austin. Austin, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing okay. I can't really complain. Spending the whole weekend in home,
Yeah.
because there is a massive snowstorm going on in most parts of the U.S. Anywhere from large number of inches to even larger numbers of inches. Awesome.
Yeah.
How much do you guys have right now?
The last time I checked, so me and my foster kid are going out and measuring actually, and the last time we checked, it was 10 inches. So we were like, wow, yeah, that's a lot. But what's really funny is all the schools canceled, at like 2 p.m. today, and then except for my school. My school didn't cancel until 6:30 because we're on our last day, our last snow day. So we have calamity days. Those are days that we have to make up. And today was our last snow day. So tomorrow is our last snow day. So if we call off Tuesday, we have calamity days where we have to make them up throughout the year, which I think is February, and then the other one's in March. So yeah, it is what it is. Like, it's just super dangerous here. They have a level 3, so like no vehicles on the road except for emergency vehicles. So they pretty much canceled everything. Like there's no place open right now. Like Walmart is closed, Kroger's is closed, everyone's closed because of just the weather. So it's
that's 100% fair. I haven't went outside and measured how much snow we got. I just know that the road was almost up to the top of the like guardrails that they have. Whatever those things called, like the road block guardrails things. It was almost up to that. It was about like halfway up there whenever the road finally got plowed. It's when I say plowed, I basically mean they pushed the snow and then that's all they could do.
That's exactly what our guy did during our our road. Like he pushed as much as he could, but then he was gone because like it was like, hey, it's everywhere.
Yeah, no, and what they're doing is basically just like making it a little less that next time when they come through, they don't have to do the whole thing again. Well, my work basically my manager basically told us like, hey, there's a high chance that most of you won't make it in on Monday. If you're able to make it in there, please make it in. But safety's first. Do not go in unless if you don't know if you can make it on time, or if you don't know if you can make it. If you have to come in late, that's okay too. Since I live on the T, I have probably the highest chance of making it in. So I'm going to go and hope that there is a T stop for me. Terry's been saying he's been hearing the T every now and then, so it's running. Probably if anything just to keep it cleared, so it's functional. Which what can you do? But my manager asked me, he's like, hey, just could you take your laptop home, because if people can't make it in, can you still do this thing at the normal times for the people who don't work inside Pittsburgh and everything? I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. I forgot my laptop at work, so I was like, yeah, I'm all here for that. Yeah, definitely. I'm an idiot and I forgot. I even told my coworker Jordan, I was like, I forgot that at work, because we talked about it, and then everyone left, and then it was like another 30 minutes before we left, and by that time I was like, well, all right, well, it's about time to head out, and did not think about the conversation we had. So what a D.
Yeah.
But it was funny to me because like I was supposed to have my hot wing challenge with my friend Josh back in Ohio. I was really excited for that, and then throughout the week I just kept seeing that the snowstorm was going to get worse and worse and worse. I was like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'll probably be able to make it there, no problem, on Saturday. It's the way back home that's the issue. And I'm really glad I didn't do that. Because if the snowstorm was happening, I would still be with them right now. Because I wouldn't be able to drive home this. So, life's life. They ended up canceling it. And so on Friday night, I just went home and the guys were kind of sad that we couldn't get together and play Magic or anything because of the snowstorm and Brandon being sick. So they we ended up buying Tabletop Simulator, and we played Magic on the Tabletop Simulator. And the one benefit and negative of it, I don't build my decks on Moxfield or anything. I just like look up the cards on my own and like do the processing in real, like with pads of paper. They build it on Moxfield, so they're like, "Hey, we're gonna play with our own decks," and I'm like, "Oh, cool. What can I do?" It's like you can just look up one of your decks and just use whatever it's pre-made. I'm like, okay. So I looked up a Kuja deck and I put it in there. That boy was decked out, boy. It had like artist talent and like I was just playing passive. I'm like, I don't mind me. I just have my Kuja out. He's making my little 1/1 wizards. I haven't cast any spells. And then it got to Brandon's turn. My Kuja transformed. I have 4 wizards out, Kuja, and a Black Waltz. And he's like, that's a problem. He's going to hit us for 10 damage if we don't do nothing. And so he played a card and destroyed my Kuja. And I looked at him. I'm like, you're going to get hit real hard because you destroyed my Kuja, not because I was going to be merciful. I was going to maybe do 1 spell turn, if that, right? But no, you killed him before he could do anything. So when it got to my turn, I leveled up Artist Talent, which makes all your abilities hit for 2 damage plus whatever it would normally do.
Yeah.
So I just pinged everyone for 10 damage whenever I casted like a Deadly Dispute, then pinged them another 10 for whenever I casted this other thing. I played like 3 very low cost sorcery spells, pinged them for 30 damage, and I'm like, you could have just been pinged for like 10, but no, you had to kill my Kuja, and you played, and I ended up beating them. I'm like, well, I know a couple cards I need to buy for the deck now because of how well this version played. And then we played other stuff. I played a Winnoa deck, and that was a bad decision. It was a Winnoa budget is what it said, so I'm like, surely it won't be OP if it's a budget. The whole deck is not, no, that's not the problem. The problem is that the whole deck was filled with every single creature in the deck was a stack deck, was a stack card. Like there were cards like your opponents can't cast more than 1 spell a turn. Your opponent can't draw more than 1 card a turn. This. I played 3 cards and they couldn't play any spells other than once a turn. They couldn't draw any cards, and they couldn't cast more than 1 like non-creature spell a turn. And they're like, this is really stupid. And I was like, yeah, the fact that you guys didn't kill Renona either, like they choose to destroy one of the creatures that like will stop them from doing something, like it should have killed Renona, dude. Because now every time I attack with all these things, I'm getting like 15 different like, and then like I like attacked into them, and I revealed a creature that had the effect like, if this creature is attacking and it hasn't been exhausted this turn, exhaust it and get another combat phase. I was like, well, we're doing this again, boys, so let's do this again. Like,
yeah,
it was stupid, and I was like, yeah, no, I apologize, and it wasn't great.
That's why last week I killed JT the way I did.
That
because
was
I knew
100% fair. I wasn't doing anything. Like I think I ended up winning that game, but I only won that game because you mercy killed JT for me. Because if you didn't do that, I was dead to him, and it would just been a 1-on-1 with you. But then once you killed him off, I was able to get going before you could take me out. It was just great. It was just a bunch of that stuff. And so yeah, we did that, and then for the last 2 other days, I've been playing Cult of the Lamb for the new Woolhaven update. I haven't even done any of the Woolhaven update. I just been playing the base version with the DLC stuff. It's a great game. Gosh dang, do I love that game. It's a good game. Yeah. Soon I'll be in the Woolhaven DLC. I just want to complete everything that they already had in the game before I activate the DLC, because I don't know what it changes and what it doesn't. So I want to make sure I enjoy it. So, Austin, how have you been? I've been talking a lot. How have you been?
Well, we've been off for a couple weeks because your birthday, you came back for the weekend. We played Magic and did some other stuff. But I've been playing a game that I've been like eyeballing for a while. It's a rogue game, and I was like, oh man, this looks right up my alley. But I'll wait until it goes on sale. So it went on sale finally, and I played Dredge, which is amazing. It is one of my favorite games. I've spent countless hours on it. Even when I'm like, I don't want to go do this, it ended up me just playing it more. Like I'm just like, I don't want to go do this. Why do I want to go do this stupid mission? And then like before you know it, I'm like,
you're doing it and more.
Well, the game is also like it. So the problem that I've always had with like certain games is there's not enough resources to like level up. So there's no, you have to really grind to get that satisfaction of like upgrading something. This game has all the resources, but you just have to have the right equipment attached for certain things. So like you can't fish for like certain fish if you don't have a shallow hook or a shallow lure or whatever. And you can't fish for volcanic unless you got volcanic or abyss, you can't, or coastal. You have to have those things connected. And then there's like altars around that you can like sacrifice certain fish to get like cool like gear. But the whole thing is like just there's so much to do. And then they have like 3 DLCs that are like big supposedly. So like I've been playing like countless hours of it. I've been playing that, Slay the Spire a couple times. I picked up the Max Payne 3 because I never played Max Payne 3 because it's on sale right now. It's like $3.99, and I was like, oh okay. I picked that up. I just been watching football because like this weekend is the last games before the Super Bowl. So like the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. They beat the Broncos today. And then right now, what's going on right now is Seahawks versus the Rams. So like I'm just a football guy. So like I love watching football. I just like me and my father-in-law, that's the connection that we have a lot. So like he'll text me, he'll be like, hey man, like who do you got today? And I was like, I got the Seahawks and I got the Patriots going to the Super Bowl. He's like, I don't know, man. I was like, I don't know, that's how I feel, like those teams are that way. So I've been doing that, just been pretty much chilling because like the snow that we've been getting is just outrageous. It like I knew about this for a while because I do follow a YouTuber that's been pretty accurate on like his weather stuff. So when I started watching his stuff, I was like, man, this guy's pretty accurate. I'm gonna start following. So then like a week ago, he like brought up the storm. He's like, this can potentially be one of the biggest storms of like the decade, like period, in a while. And then like yesterday, like 3 days ago, he updated and he's like, this is happening. Like this is showing that this has the potential of being this way. And he's like, I live in Kentucky and we're supposed to get like an inch of ice. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. Because like ice is power outage stuff, that's not made for that. Texas got snow, like like places where they don't get snow get snow. And they got like a lot of it. So it's crazy. It's crazy. I haven't seen winter like this in a long time, and it's fun because I remember as a kid, like my favorite things that would happen is when there was a snow day, and it's like, I can just sit around, do whatever I want, which when you're an adult, you kind of can't, if you, sometimes you can do that, but my life, I can't do that. So, I've been just watching movies and TV shows and playing games and then like, doing the laundry, all that other stuff. So all my responsibilities. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That's all I've been doing.
No, I feel that, man. I mean, you kind of just gotta do what you gotta do. And a lot of times, especially like when a snow day happens, like as a kid, you're like, oh my gosh, I got the whole day off. I can do whatever I want. Most of the time, it's just you playing video games or just sitting around the house and just enjoying the fact that you don't have to leave or wake up early. That for me was my favorite thing. I think I remember telling mom somewhere or telling someone that I actually preferred 2-hour early delays to snow days, because snow days were nice because you're like, oh, I don't have to do anything and I can just like relax and all that stuff. But 2-hour delays just gave you the extra time to sleep, and then I still got to go to school and like get all my stuff, and I didn't feel like I was losing the day. I don't know if that's anything to say about me as a kid, but that's just the truth. Well, speaking about learning things from us as we were kids, Austin, this week we watched the TV show Harley Quinn, which is a series that you've been saying for a while you wanted me to watch, because you think it's up my alley. It's definitely up my alley. It's animated, it's comedy, it's adult comedy. Austin, I have to ask, what made you make us watch Harley Quinn?
So, okay, so I will say this. I was turned off completely by this show because it had the version of Harley Quinn that I do not like. And that is the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie. Like, I just don't like that Harley Quinn. I never have. It's just, I don't like it. I just don't. It's probably just me being like a millennial or whatever. It's just, I didn't like it. I just don't like the style of it.
It's the pushing of the character. The character, after it got like introduced, that style was pushed very, very hard, very, very heavy, and you started seeing like people dress up as it all the time and everything. And
well, that, and like you also had those kind of fans that became there were fans of Harley Quinn, and like I get that, but they don't read into like the other stuff that comes with Harley Quinn. Like that's the biggest problem I've always had with comic books, is like someone will be like, it's kind of like the whole thing with the Punisher and the police logo. Like, I just hate it because people don't read into it. People like, I'll see people post like a Harley Quinn picture and it's like, I wish I had my Joker. And I was like, no, you shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't have a Joker. Like, he was verbally and physically abusive to her. And that's what I kind of just, so my buddy Travis told me, he was like, this is a really good show. I think you would really enjoy it. Just check it out. And I was like, I don't know, man. He's like, just check it out. And I did. And I finally got around to watching it. And I was like, man, this is actually really good. And I enjoyed it. And then like even better is like some of the voice actors that's in it, you know, is phenomenal. Some of the people they got to pick in this. But this is pretty much a Harley Quinn show where she's like independent. Like she wants to get out of that abusive relationship. It's not that. And you know what? Harley Quinn wasn't a comic book character. She was made up for the Batman animated series, you know, and she became a fan favorite. So I'm cool with that. Like, I'm like, hey, you know, I enjoyed this show. Like, so far, that everything that I've watched, I have not finished the last season of this show. Mm-hmm. So I was waiting until we did it so that I was like, we'll just finish it together. Which is, it's the last season that they have so far. Supposedly they're still going on because the show is huge. But I'm super excited. I've been wanting to do this for a while. After I watched the first season, I was like, dude, this is a podcast show that I have to show Joe because it is humorous, goofy, and it is just adult humor, funny. So, what did you think of Harley Quinn? What you've watched so far, season 1? So
season 1, I like the show a lot. I think what makes the show so good for me is it has a great cast of characters that all supplement and support each other very well. Ivy being like the straight-laced, serious, down-to-earth character. I also love the fact that it's a very stressed on the fact that it's like she's not actually evil. She's an environmental terrorist because the world is evil towards nature, and it's funny that she's like, I'm going to go destroy this building. It's like, you're going to commit terrorism. It's like, I mean, it's only terrorism if you think about it from the corporate perspective. They're destroying the environment. Like, they're terrorizing the environment. I'm going to stop them from doing that. And I was like, yeah. And then she also has a lot of base, like, statements throughout the whole thing, too. Like, whenever the Joker's news takes over the news station, it's like, our faces are in again, blah, blah, blah. She's like, wow, that's still the second most evilest TV station on, news station on TV. And then she like looks around and is like, am I right, guys? Am I right? Oh, okay. I'm like, I get the joke. I agree. Yeah. I also love King Shark. I love his voice actor too. He's a hilarious comedian. I always get him on my TikToks and I'll like watch him. He makes the most hilarious commentary about like him and his kid. Love it. Clayface, Alan Tudyk. I know him by name. I was not expecting Clayface to be that way in the show. Like, they make like Clayface, Shark, King Shark, and what's the brain guy's name? The
I forget his name. I always forget.
Dr. Psycho.
Sokka. I always think of the other guy, the guy that is like the guy in the wheelchair. We know. Yeah, no, he's in this season. I'm trying to think of his name.
Oh, you're talking about the old man.
Yeah, the old man that's in the wheelchair that transforms.
Yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah. I don't even count him as a team, but I guess he is part of the team by the end of it.
Yeah.
But like even he was like he's played as a smart character, just like a bad person to the degree. Like he obviously gets played off a lot as a joke. The whole reason why he gets canceled and everything is it's a funny thing, because you would think like the supervillains wouldn't care about such things, and then like the supervillains care just as much, and I'm just like, that's funny to me. Like I find that humorous that they're like, even us, we're not evil, like we're that evil. I very much enjoyed the Bane reference. That like Bane is the mix between the big hulking brute and the Bane from Batman Beyond. And the call back to the Steelers, where he's just like, Bane is so mad he's gonna blow up the football center. He's like, he already did that with the Steelers. So yeah, no, like the show did a really good job of like showing all these different characters, making them independent of each other, but at the same time the same. There is a little bit of a continuity issue. And that is in the form that Harley Quinn mentions that there's a point where they give them Suicide Squad shirts. And it's like, what's this? It's like, I don't know, it's some stupid group they're trying to keep forcing me into, but I'm not with them. Like, I'm not for them, right? King Shark is part of that group, so I don't really know why he doesn't make a reference or says anything about that, but they just kind of like gloss over that fact. But yeah, like, show-wise, I thought it was a really good show. It also made me really laugh when the fairy tale woman gets released from the book, and then the episode
Wanda Sight.
It's Wanda Sight. Yeah. She's like, I'm going to distract them at this show, and they're like, oh, okay, and then they come back and everyone's dead, and they're like, how? What happened? It's like, well, I killed the guy we were supposed to kill, but then everyone else saw me, so I had to kill everyone else. And then it's like, you have to kill the line. You have to cut off the family line. You can't let them continue. And then the guy shows up. Like, I thought it was a little girl. I only saw his tail. He's like, I got mad and I threw myself in the electric thing. And then I gave you powers. Yep, always with the grief. They always come back and they want the grief. It was good. The thing I liked about the show is that episodes, like earlier episodes, would reference and be brought back in later episodes to explain things. Like when they enter Harley's Quinn mind, they do that later with Ivy's mind to like protect her from the fear toxin.
Tighten their butts.
Tighten their butts. Which they only showed 2 people tighten their butts. Everyone else didn't. I thought that was going to play as a joke later, where he's just like, "Why does it smell like crap in here?" And then it's like, "You guys didn't tighten your butts, did you?" And it's just like, "Well, I forgot." Like something like that. The one thing I will also say, and this is a lot of me just saying, well, I'll say this, I'll say that. The way they showed Joker off was really, really good, because it makes you hate him from the natural perspective. And it really makes you feel bad for Harley, because you're sitting over there like, why is she still giving this guy the time of day? Ivy is this much better person to her, like she's the great friend and everything, and you just don't understand why she keeps going back. And then when she finally like, I'm done going back to you, blah 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 blah, there's still like a continuous moment. It's like, you're still going back to him though. Like, the whole reason why you want to get in the League of Evil or the League of Doom is because he's part of it, and you consider him to be like validated by him effectively, and like that doesn't really work. the plot point at the end after Ivy gets shot with the harpoon, and I was like,
yeah.
well, dang, they killed her off, and then I knew she wasn't dead. Like I've seen her in other like episodes, but I assumed she was going to be back after a bit. My thought process, what I thought was going to get revealed, is that after she gets shot with the harpoon, and they like stupidest thing, like this is the biggest thing that I was annoyed with in the season. The Joker shoots her with a harpoon. She shrinks down, and he then gives them enough time to have a full burial service, bury her, create a tombstone. Like he gives them time to do all that stuff, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot you were here. Let's keep fighting until you do a thing." And it's like, what the freak? And I thought we were going to get revealed that like, whenever she gets shot and she's like, "Don't die on me," and she's like, "I can't." That like statement was going to be like, she's like, "Oh, she's saying I can't like stay alive," but really she's like, "No, I literally can't die." Because I will just be be brought back with like the plants or something like that, and that's basically what ended up happening. But yeah, all that away, I really did enjoy the show. I think the cast was on point. There was great voice actings across the board. Love it whenever different voice actors would come in that I would be like, oh, I know him, like Carlos Exposito and Jim Rash showed up, and I was like, hey. I like those
Wayne
bad
Knight.
boys.
Wayne Knight was Penguin.
Yep.
So.
The one dude is the one guy in the wheelchair. I don't know his name, but I know who he is. He's from like Seinfeld or something like that.
My favorite character in the show, which is JV Spoof, is Frank the Plant. I love Frank the Plant. He's hilarious. I love him to death.
He's okay. I found him kind of like a unnecessary character. I'm like, why is he here? He's just here to be like a, oh no, you didn't, girl. Like, he's the guy on the couch, effectively. Like, he ain't doing nothing. He's just there constantly. And I thought they were going to make a joke / rip off of the what's that like House of Horrors, you know? Where you'd be like, feed me or something like that, and they never once did that. So I'm like, oh, they may be saving that for later.
Yep.
Also, sorry.
Did you get the Scarecrow's voice actor? Did you know who that is?
He sounds familiar, but I don't know. No.
Oh, that's Raoul from Midnight Mass. The sheriff of Midnight Mass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Definitely
He's been in a lot of like.
Yeah. Don't know him by like his voice yet.
Has Mr. Freeze showed up yet? I don't remember.
No.
If
he's referenced, but not like brought up yet.
So when he does, he is actually someone. I don't know if you'll know, but he did play a villain in the Marvel universe that you might know. So we'll go from there. But I was like, no, I don't think he showed up yet because I don't remember too much about that. If he did or not, because there was a lot of villains that they showed this season. But I will say this. One of my favorite parts of this season is the episode where they introduce King Shark. Because like he's on the phone with Harley and he's like, oh man, Harley, that's messed up. Why would you do something like that? And then he bites off like that security guard's head. you're like, oh, well, no, that's not funny.
Wait, is that the episode that? No, that's not the episode where he gets brought. That's whenever they hijack Wayne Tower with.
That's right.
Because the first episode he gets introduced, which I really like, is whenever they're trying to like get the information. They're trying to get Robin to stop calling her rival, and so they string him up over the wire, and they're like, "Get in, King Shark." He's like, "This is messed up. You realize that, right?" He gets in there and it's just like, "I don't really do well with blood." It's like, "Oh, I figured it's because he's faint," and then the blood touches down and he goes ravage. And they're just like, "Oh, that makes so much more sense than I thought it was." My only issue, that's a continuity issue I have. From that point on, he never goes ravaged when there's blood around the Emperor. And I wish he continuously went ravaged every time there was blood. But there wasn't. Like, it was a consistent thing. Because, like, there's that scene with the scary card where he bites off his head. Blood splatters everything, he acts completely normal during all of it. And I'm like, I would have liked it if he went ravaged, like ate the whole body, and then after he went, and then be like, all right, anyways, and like went back to normal. And then there's also like, there's just so many scenes that like whenever they wake up from like the dream with Ivy and the blood and massacre everywhere, and the guy in the wheelchair has like all the weapons. And he's like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm like, I would have loved it if it just cut to him going like, eating the bodies. And it's just being like, all right, look, once he's done having his fill, let's go. Oh, side note. Freaking A, dude. That ending, when they do like the montage of all the different people getting like bullied effectively by Joker, and King Shark gets all of his teeth pulled out. I was like, yo, that felt bad to see. And then I, like later, I'm like, what? And then they showed like the old guy getting thrown down a huge flight of stairs. The one guy being forced to watch feminist like history thing, which that was a funny thing because it's like, oh, I get it because he's a misogynist, right? And then they showed Clayface like not really doing anything that big. I was like, that's kind of disproportionate, right? Like the King Shark literally had his teeth forcibly removed from his mouth, and everyone else just basically got like bullied for their incompetence, right? Or like the guy because he's in a wheelchair, this guy for that. Yeah. And then I remember that, oh yeah, sharks have infinite teeth. They just grow back. So that wasn't the worst thing that could happen to him, but it was definitely kind of messed up to see. It made you hate the Joker for doing it to my boy. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what they do with Joker now that I think he lost his Joker-ness.
Oh man, just
I really hope. I will say this: I really hope they don't like pull the trigger too quick on that. I would like it if they wait like maybe half a season or so before they like do anything with that. Maybe introduce him for who he is and whatnot. But if they like episode 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that, bring Joker back or like revive the Joker, I'm not going to be as happy with that. Because like this was a huge thing for her to get rid of the Joker, and so have him be a normal person for a season or so, and then have it that they have to bring him back for some dumb reason, like only the Joker knows this information or something like that. Like, do that. But if they like episode 3 and it's like episode 3 or 4 or something like that, and they bring him back, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to be like, we just got rid of them. Don't bring him back. I'm good. I don't need. I don't like. I like the show for it following the characters that they are. I'm tired of the Joker already, and I don't know if that is. I think I'm tired with Harley Quinn's addiction to the Joker.
Yeah,
like her trying to prove that she can be this like great supervillain and everything like that. Is a fun, good gag, but then it ultimately comes down to, in the end, just her fight the Joker, and I was like, I wish this wasn't the story that they were going with, but I guess they have to explain, like, she has to get away from him, effectively, which happens. Like, she got away from him at this point, so cool, let's move on from there. Let's find out what else is said. Let's get some other villains involved. Let's get some other, like, heroes involved. Also, realized just now, they never freed the Justice League from the book. So they're all still stuck in that book, actually.
They are stuck in that book still.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Because I will say this, next season is one of my favorite. Actually, out of what I've watched, this is probably a really good season coming up. I think it's my favorite one out of probably season 1. I think season 3 and 4 are really good. They're still good. It's just this one's my favorite one so far. Season 2 is my favorite, and I think you'll enjoy season 2 a lot, because the thing is there's a lot of questions that you just had that they get answered, and I think you'll like it actually. So we'll see, because it kind of breaks like. I just feel like it breaks like normal comic booksy stuff because like most of the time when you do comic book stuff, you can kind of predict like what's going to happen.
Yeah.
With this show, they kind of gave them freedom. Was like, hey, this is its own universe in a way. Like this is what we can do, so let's do this. But some of the special guests that they have this season is hilarious. I think you'll love it. So
my question is, now when this show came out, and I assume the other season came out, the DCU was still doing the Justice League DCU, right? It hasn't been transferred over to the who does the new DCU? Is it Josh Whedon? Gunn. Yeah, James Gunn. Right? They haven't transferred over, and James Gunn is basically like retconning everything and like creating his own universe, right?
Yes. James
Gunn has selected Alan Tudyk to do the voice of Clayface. Do you think there is a possibility of him canonizing this TV show in his universe? Because his Suicide Squad doesn't use Harley Quinn. Well, it doesn't use the Harley Quinn and Shark combo.
Yeah. I don't think so, because he already has a show that works for that. Mm-hmm. Because Creature Commando is like his first animated show that he did through him.
Yeah.
And I think that also too is they kind of set up the whole Creature Commando season 2 after Peacemaker season 2. So I think we're going to get Peacemaker in Creature Commandos, because they're done with making Peacemaker. They said that this was the final season of Peacemaker. So
here's the issue I see, Austin. There's no characters in this show that don't transfer one-to-one with his universe. Other than possibly Batman, but Batman hasn't been shown yet in the DC universe. He's referenced, but not shown.
Yeah, because they got like that weird thing that's going on right now between Batman and stuff. Because you have the Batman with Robert Pattinson, and then you also have the Penguin with Colin Farrell. And so like, but they're two different entities. So like, we haven't seen really Batman at all. And I think that like they're kind of staying away from Batman for a while. Because the thing is I think James Gunn knows what's going on, and that is Batman has been overused a lot in the DC universe. But Batman is so badly overused.
No, you're right. But that's the thing that I feel like he's doing is like he acknowledges that like people are having superhero burnout.
Yeah.
But the superhero burnout that people are having with the DCU is not the same that they're having with the Marvel burnout. Marvel, they're getting burned out because superheroes keep getting introduced and they're getting told like these guys are going to be important, they're going to be around for a while, right? They're all trying to be the next Iron Man, effectively. In the DCU, they kept reusing the same superheroes over and over and over and over again. And they're like, there's other great characters in the series. They don't have to all be Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I mean, Batman's fine, but like, have you seen Night Owl? Night Watch or Nightwing, that's his name.
Nightwing.
Well,
the problem I have with always Batman, and like me and my buddy Travis talked about this, is like, Batman, they use Batman a lot in like things because they're like, oh, we don't trust, like the people of DC didn't trust like something by itself without Batman, because there was a really exciting like animated movie that was coming out, and it was the Dark Justice League, and I was like, dude, this is gonna be great, it's gonna be awesome. And then they threw Batman in it, and I was like, what is Batman gonna do? He's not gonna fight against ghosts, like he can't do that. Like the Dark Justice League is meant for magic, and so that movie like wasn't good because when they threw Batman in that mix, it didn't make sense. And then the rest of the movie, they were just trying to shove Batman in, and it just didn't do good with the movie. But they do that a lot, especially with like Batman versus Superman, or it was Batman versus Superman, where they just like jumped the gun and did Batman versus Superman. And when they had Doomsday fight, it like Batman, there's nothing that Batman could do to fight Doomsday. Mm-hmm. So like it was just like they threw him in there because they didn't trust it. And Batman is a huge name, like everyone knows who Batman is, and you know. But I do like Gunn's style where he is, he's trying to like tell stories instead of just being like, hey, this is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, all these people. The Justice League has happened. It's like, no, I like a story developing over time. That's what made Marvel all the way to Endgame, in my opinion, was because the stories that were told up to that point. But also, it was like a slow thing. It wasn't like, you know, trying to compete with each other. That's what DC was.
Mhm.
But I like the show a lot. I think it's great. I don't know if James Gunn is going to bring in the Harley Quinn thing. We'll see. Well, you never know, because you know
they don't have to bring in the full thing.
Thing.
All they need to do is just have one character transcend each, and it's like boom, canonized. They don't have to bring in all these other characters. They could just literally do Alan Tudyk's Clayface, makes an appearance in something else, and as long as he played with the same style that he is in the show, you can be like, effectively, these are in the same universe. They just do not cross each other. Because none of the characters that are in James Gunn's other stuff are in this show yet. But it's because James Gunn's shows didn't come out by this point. You know, Peacemaker wasn't a thing by the time this came out. Nor was like the other things. So it's like, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. Just enjoy it. Just like the show and keep going.
Yeah. So yeah.
So that's my theme. So I can't wait for next season. I'm going to watch it and enjoy it.
I'm going to have, it's going to be so much fun. You know, like I've been telling you about watching the show for a long time, actually. And then I was like, you know what, let's just get it done over with. Because there is also a lot of stuff that's coming out here soon that we have to watch. And more stuff that's happening, you know, that got announced. Like yesterday, Invincible Season 4 is coming out March.
Yep.
They officially announced that. And then plus Knights of the Seven Kingdoms started last week. The newest episode drops. I think it's actually going on right now, so it will drop to like an hour from now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff coming out this year. A lot of stuff coming out. And then they just announced the Mario Brothers movie. Comes out in April.
For those who like it, that's there for you. That's the good part.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, I think that basically does that for our episode of Bros and Shows Harley Quinn Season 1. Austin, I want to thank you so much for joining me. And next week, we're going to do Harley Quinn Season 2. So again, Austin, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you all out there so much for stopping by. And thank you so much for tuning in.